I still hear the words, the way the officer leaned in, lowering his voice, as if the air itself was wired. "Sir, I need you to listen to me carefully. Do not go home. Get somewhere safe." I froze. My hand rested on the dashboard. My wife shifted uncomfortably in the driver's seat, her knuckles white against the steering wheel. I asked him why. He glanced at her, then back at me. His jaw tightened. Finally, he slipped me a folded note instead of an answer. "Read it later," he muttered. The siren lights painted her face in red and blue, and in that flickering glow, I noticed something new. Fear. Not the kind that comes from a speeding ticket, but guilt. A deep, trembling guilt. I slid the note into my pocket and forced my voice to sound steady. "Everything all right, officer?" His eyes flickered. Then he stepped back. "Drive safe." We pulled away in silence. For 10 years I believed in her. In us. We built a life together. A marriage carved from routine. Coffee at 7. Texts at lunch. Late dinners, she said, were because of overtime. She was radiant in public. Devoted in private. Or so I thought. I never questioned the small things. The new perfume I hadn't bought. The weekends she suddenly needed space. The sudden love for jogging. Even though she hated running, I defended her when my friends raised doubts. "She loves me," I'd say. "I trust her." I was a fool. That night, after she fell asleep, I slipped into the bathroom, locked the door, and finally opened the officer's note. 7 words. Scrawled in hurried ink. "She isn't who she says she is." Underneath, a phone number, a detective's line. I didn't sleep that night. I just lay there staring at her silhouette under the sheets, wondering who exactly I'd been sharing a bed with. The next morning, I called the number. The detective's voice was low, cautious. "You need to understand," he said. "She's been living 2 lives. She's tied to people you don't want to cross." He didn't give details, but he gave enough. Names, places, dates, a timeline that shredded 10 years of my life into confetti. She wasn't working late. She wasn't running errands. She was running operations, money laundering, kickbacks, a web of crime she slipped into like a second skin. And me? I was her cover, the mask of normality she needed. The cruelest part? She wasn't just hiding from me, she was preparing to disappear from me. The joint accounts, slowly drained. The house, secretly refinanced. Every overtime shift was another nail in the coffin she built for my future. But I didn't rage. I didn't confront her. That's what she would expect. Instead, I went quiet, watchful, calculated. Every smile she gave me, I matched with one of my own. While in the background, I traced her every step. I installed hidden cameras in the house, tracked her phone, mirrored her emails, and what I uncovered could have destroyed me. But instead, I turned it into a weapon. Bank transfers, fake accounts, recordings of whispered deals with men I'd never met. Photos of her slipping into hotel rooms she swore she'd never been near. I built a case, brick by brick, until her whole double life sat neatly in my hands. Then, I prepared my revenge. First, I secured my finances. Quiet withdrawals. New accounts. She wouldn't get a cent. Second, I duplicated all evidence. Stored it in multiple secure locations, each with timed releases if something happened to me. Third, I called the detective. I told him I wasn't just handing her in. I wanted her to fall, piece by piece, until she realized who orchestrated her collapse. He warned me, "If you go down this road, there's no coming back." I only had one answer. I never planned on coming back. It started small. One night she came home, tossed her purse on the counter, and froze. An envelope. Inside, a photo of her and her partner in crime. Time-stamped, geotagged, no note. Just proof that someone knew. I watched her unravel. Her laughter turned forced. She jumped at every phone call. She started checking over her shoulder. Exactly as I wanted. The next week, another envelope, bank records. Her handwriting. Transactions she couldn't explain. Then another. An audio recording of her own voice, whispering plans in a hotel room. By the 4th, she'd stopped eating, stopped sleeping. She thought someone in her circle was betraying her. She lashed out at her partners. Burned bridges, Paranoia ate her alive. And all the while, I smiled across the dinner table. Rough day at work? I'd ask. The breaking point came on a rainy Thursday. She stormed into the kitchen, wild-eyed, clutching the latest envelope. This one contained divorce papers, already signed. Assets already moved beyond her reach. You did this? She stammered. I leaned back, calm as ever. Did what? Her voice cracked. You think you can ruin me? I stepped close, whispered in her ear. No, you ruined yourself. I just turned on the lights. That night the police came. Not for me. For her. The detective kept his promise. My evidence was airtight. And the people she once worked for? They wasted no time discarding her when her cover was blown. I watched from the doorway as they led her away in handcuffs. Mascara streaked. Eyes hollow, she didn't look back. Not once. In the weeks that followed, silence filled the house. Friends asked if I was okay. If I missed her, the truth? I felt nothing, not grief, not relief, just clarity. I had loved a ghost, a fabrication built from lies. The woman I thought I married never existed. And the real one was gone, behind bars. Or worse, sometimes I wonder if she thinks of me in that cell, if she replays that moment she realized, it was me pulling the strings all along. I hope she does, because for 10 years, she played me. But in the end, I wrote the final move, and I don't regret a single thing.